Welcome to Unexpected QTH. My call sign is KD0HIY. And I don't know if you remember what it was that got you interested in the ham radio. Maybe you're just starting that journey right now. I know for me, back in the 70s when there was a CB, Citizen Band radio craze that just swept the nation, there was a very popular song called Convoy by C.W. McCall, which later turned into a movie that you should probably see. It'll change your life. But anyway, I watched everybody get into this new radio, and people had their nicknames that they used on the air. You had to get a call sign from the FCC. And my dad had one of those in his pickup, and we would all sit out at night talking to other CB radio enthusiasts in the area. And it was a very big fad that kind of went away pretty quick, but it impacted me. I heard these legends of people talking about if you parked just right and if the conditions were good, you could skip your signal, and sometimes instead of just talking to people in your immediate area, you could talk to people all over the country. I heard of even bigger legends that you could talk all over the world, and that really captivated my imagination and got me obsessed with radio. When I was in college, I was quite a ways away from home, and I really wanted my family to become amateur radio operators because I just envisioned having a radio in my room, my dorm room, and talking to my family, hundreds and hundreds of miles away, and skipping that big telephone bill. Of course, it's not as simple as I thought that it was. And eventually I did learn about amateur radio from another amateur radio operator who just showed me his simple station in his home in the city, talked a little bit about some of his misadventures with RFI and the neighbors and things like that. But that's what got me going, and then I became a technician, and as pretty rapidly as I could, I got my extra class certification, and since then have been very active in amateur radio. My big focus has always been the public service side of amateur radio. I got involved with ARES, Amateur Radio Emergency Services. I was also a military auxiliary radio services operator for the Army. Been involved with some government agencies and their side of things. So that's always been where I focused. I've never made purchasing expensive radios a priority. I've focused mostly on used equipment, old equipment, and sort of the entry-level thing. My first new radio I purchased was a Yaesu 857D, which is an all-mode transceiver, really incredible radio. I've enjoyed that. Anyway, where I find myself today is in an unexpected QTH, an unexpected location. My family and I have just relocated to Kobylka, Poland. We are global workers, and we are here to work with Ukrainian war refugees. And literally, we had to move to this country with 2 plastic bins apiece. That's what we used as luggage, was the biggest plastic bins that we could get and pack in as much stuff as we could. And that excluded any radio equipment at all. So I find myself in a brand new country with no connections whatsoever, and I'm trying to get on the air. And I thought I'd just share that journey with you. I've gone a route that's not totally unfamiliar with me, but I am going to be a mail order ham. AliExpress, that's sort of the consumer the single purchase side of Alibaba. And this is, you are getting your products directly imported from China. So I've started this journey. I'm really nervous about if what I ordered will get here. I've not shopped a lot on AliExpress before. I bought a couple watches and it went okay, but what's always put me off is the extreme wait time on the shipping to the United States. That was often a month or more. I did find that ordering here in Poland, the lead time they're saying is about 2 weeks. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, this is my shopping spree on Alibaba. And about the first thing I bought was this Quansheng UV5R Plus. It says that it's a portable AM FM two-way radio commutator. I'm not sure if that's spelled right. But a couple of things that I noticed about it. One, it did look very similar to a Baofeng UV5R. And so I have a feeling they have something in common, that maybe Quansheng and Baofeng are somehow at least sourcing parts. But what really got my attention on this was the crossband receiving transmitting. So that's something I've never had before. I've seen a few other handheld rigs that had that and used them, and I don't remember exactly how it was set up, but you receive on 2 meter or the 70 centimeter, and then it repeats on the 2 meter or 70 centimeter. But I'm looking forward to seeing how these work. What really got my attention was the price. This is in Polish złoty. Not sure if I said that right, but so basically you would divide that by 4. So this radio I did buy, and I got it with a programming cable. I bought another one without the programming cable, and it turned out to be a little bit less expensive, but both of them came in at under $20, and there were additional discounts that kick in when you put them in your cart and then purchase them. But this is where it started. This will be my quickest way on the air. This is the HF rig. I'm really excited about this, and I just want to give a good review of Radiodity, where I purchased this thing. They are an international supplier of these. I placed the order on the 18th of September and got the text that it will be coming tomorrow on the 21st. So I'm not used to buying things and seeing them come this quickly. So this had to be located somewhere in the country of Poland already. I did buy it with the bundle offer that you can see highlighted up there, where you get the radio, the cooling fan stand, which also has some Anderson power pole jacks on the side, and then the data interface expansion card. If you bought it all at once, they gave you a really good deal. But anyway, this was a great opportunity. I thought what sold me on this was, one, it was hard to get anybody to say anything bad about it. Two, it was kind of a compromise between a solid QRP station and sort of the barefoot rigs that I'm used to operating with. 20 watts doesn't sound all that impressive, but I think compared to 5 watts, it's probably a rig that I'll be able to get creative with, and I'm hoping to make a lot of contacts with this, and to have the practical usage of this being emergency communication. I'm living in what's considered a war zone, and part of my requirements for my job was to have my evacuation plan well in place. And this rig, I'm going to have it where it'll be really easy to just get it loaded up and hopefully be able to use it even if we are out in the field somewhere and don't have any other form of communication, hopefully this will be useful. But I'm really excited about getting this rig. Absolute deal closer for me was that it has a built-in automatic tuner. And everybody that has commented on the built-in tuner has just said that it functions really well. So I'm excited to get that. Then I was faced with the reality that I have no tools, I have no coax, I have nothing. And so I went on my second shopping spree, and one of the first things I bought was this coax. The ends, it has two ends already on it. This is a RG58 cable. Then I bought an assortment of PL259 connectors as well as SO239, so that I can go ahead and cut that piece up and make the patch cords that I'm going to need. Here's my crimper that I bought to install those coax ends. They do take some solder, but they have a crimp on part of the connection as well. Then this was my solution that I came up with how I am going to be able to operate from in here. I have numerous windows and doorways. We have a balcony off of the second floor, and so I found a version of this came up somewhere in my research, and it came from, I don't know, one of the American companies that I've done business with in the past. They had a version of this that was really expensive. I think it was around $40 or something like that. And lo and behold, I found this one on AliExpress, and you can see the price. I think with the extra discounts, I ended up paying about $12 for it. But this is supposed to be able to go through a window or a doorway, and they can be closed. I think this will give me a tremendous amount of flexibility to work indoors and be able to have an antenna of some kind outdoors. So this was a big find. I was really happy to find these, and we'll see how well they work. Then this was a soldering kit. You can see there's quite a bit included with this kit. One of the big reasons I bought it is it did come with a multimeter. I'm sure just a really cheap one, but mostly what I do is I'm checking continuity and voltages, and then I ordered some wire just to go ahead and get my system wired up. I have a little bit of a crazy idea. One of the reasons I needed the multimeter, I'm going to try to run this radio off of some rechargeable drill batteries. I have a friend of mine, when we got in country, he gave me a pretty nice drill, 18 volt, and so I'm going to try to adapt that and see if I can run the radio off of it. That brings us to this, the Xiegu G90, I hope I'm saying that right, it can run on 10 to 16 volts, but it says it doesn't get full power unless it's above, I think, 14 volts. And so I thought with the 18 volt lithium batteries from the power tool, I could use this to knock the power down so that it's at the maximum that the Xiegu can handle, which is 16 volts. And then at that point, I should be putting out full power. I'll probably be on the conservative side, and I'll see how we're doing at the like 13.8. One bad experience that I did have, I actually placed this big order. It took a long time to assemble it, and as I was pushing the pay, I realized that I had the wrong shipping address. I had my US shipping address, and I tried to back out of the order and I couldn't do it. I had to contact each seller individually and tell them what I did and ask them to to cancel the order, and I told them I will reorder with my shipping address. I think there were 9 sellers all in all. Almost all of them responded very quickly. They allowed me to cancel the order and to place a new one with the correct shipping address. One did not. They immediately marked the product as shipped, and that was this product right here, a Ballon, and I'd ordered that again. Felt like it was a good price, but they shipped it to America. They didn't respond to any of my requests, so I found it on from another seller. I told them I'll try to make sure I never do business with them again, which is unfortunate because I found out they sell a lot of cool stuff for amateur radio. But that was the one downside of it. But other than that, I've had a really good experience so far. AliExpress sellers have been really good about communicating and letting me know what's going on. So that was my little shopping spree on AliExpress and also Radiodity. So I'll let you know how things go as they come in.
All right, so that's it. I know that was quite a bit to get to. I tried to trim it down just a little bit. But I'll let you know how things go, and I'll be releasing videos about the products I bought and how well they went. I hope to see you back again. This is a brand new thing for me, so I'll be experimenting with the best way to put out content. Hope it's enjoyable to you. 7 threes from Unexpected QTH. Who knows, maybe I'll see you on the air.